I wanna be as strong as Muhammad Ali when he swings it. Soulful as Indy, I read what she sings it. Sorta like how you can be without being.
Ooh. Oh my god. Welcome to the podcast. Yours truly, MotoCast. And this is where you will get all your motorcycle related news. Enduros, dirt bikes, super bikes, all that kind of stuff, except for mopeds, because mopeds are mopeds.
Alright, so let's get to it. I'm Two Wheels, One Goon, or you might know me as Brendan, whatever works.
Brendan!
Yes. So this is going to be the podcast. If you watched our introduction video, if you haven't, go watch it, and that's going to be what we are. Alright, so I'm just going to skip the introduction here. I was planning, and we're just going to go right on to the topics for today. The topic for today I'm going to do is this just came out today, the news of the 3D printed motorcycle Airbus made. If you haven't heard about this, I'm going to tell you about it. So today, Airbus unveiled a 3D printed electric motorbike. Now they're only making 50 of these, and it's completely 3D printed. It can reach about speeds of 70 miles per hour, around there. That's 80 kilometers. It can make you up to 50 miles per hour in about a second, is what they say on their page. It's only about 77 pounds or 35 kilograms. It's an extremely light bike. It's all 3D printed. They're only making 50, and you hear this, it's $50,000 for one bike. Brad, would you pay $50,000 for one of these?
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think I would either. I mean, I'm not really. I know eventually I'm probably gonna have to jump on the train of electric bikes, but I'm not there yet. I'm still in my gas stuff.
I understand that it's an electric motorcycle, which is kind of rare, but think about this. You can get either the new Kawasaki Z125 for $2,999, or you could get a Grom for about $4,000. Right. So why spend $50,000 on a motorbike that can only go 10 miles per hour?
No. It can go
faster.
50 to 70, I think.
50 to 70, yes. So
yes.
a Grom tops out at about 60 at flat ground, and downhill it can maybe hit 70, but that's only downhill.
I remember this thing's lightweight, so you can go very fast downhill.
If you were to buy a brand new Yamaha R6, I just went to the dealership today to look at bikes, and they're having a sale, and it was $9,500, something around that price.
Yeah, I was also at my local bike shop. Shout out to Trapani's, and I was looking at some of the nice beta bikes they have there, and they had a brand new one for $5,000. I mean, why get a $50,000 electric bike that can only go 70 miles an hour downhill when you can get 5 of those? Wait, no, that's not right. I don't know. I'm really bad at math. I'm thinking probably you could buy 5 of those beta bikes for one of those. So I don't get it. I don't get the whole electric bike thing. I don't get why everyone's jumping on that train.
And even if there wasn't a sale, the Yamaha R6 was originally $10,000 at the Yamaha Honda, the local dealer. So why spend your money on a 70?
I did the math. You can get 10 of those beta bikes. Actually, I was off.
Why spend your money on a bike that goes 70, just about the speed of a Grom or a Z125? Why would you get that for $50,000 when you could get a Yamaha R6 for $10,000, which goes twice that speed, maybe? That's gonna take a while though.
I think it's also that it's such a low production rate of only 50.
Yeah, that's most likely why it's by Boeing, and Boeing's a big name company. Or not Boeing, Airbus. Whenever I want to think about plane companies, I think about Boeing. But they're a big name company, it's 3D printed, and they're only making 50. That's most likely why. Like, some of the rarest Ferraris go for over $1 million just because there were very few made.
I don't get sports cars. Like, why spend so much money on a thing that can't even wheelie? It can't do tricks. It's just
pretty much.
Yeah.
So pretty much, and even if you were to get a CBR 1000 or an R1, you still are paying less. I don't know the prices for these bikes, but you're still paying less than if you were to buy a $50,000 3D printed.
I mean, if I had $50,000, I would probably buy like a Kawasaki Ninja, and then I'd get like a bunch of crap for it. Like, I'm gonna just buy like a shitty bike.
Yeah, if I had $50,000, I'd buy a
R6.
R6.
All these electric motorcycles too is if they get wet in the wrong spot, they're trash. Like, it's electronics, you know. I don't trust that. I mean, with an engine, it's kind of like there's very few things that can go wrong with it in an engine, and if something goes wrong with an engine, it's kind of easy to fix. With electric, it's like microscopic things can go wrong. So,
exactly. And I don't know if this is exactly true, but I'm pretty sure electric motorcycles are a bigger pain in the ass to fix.
Yeah, definitely. You'd have to bring them to an electrician more than a mechanic. You know what I mean? They're a pain in the ass. They're not where they need to be right now. That's why I'm not getting an electric bike until I have to get one, because I mean, just seeing how the gas is now, eventually I might need an electric bike, but when I can, I'm gonna stick with my gas. That's all I need.
Also, if you were to kill the bike, as in just totally fucking total it.
Oh yeah.
What are they gonna do? I haven't heard, unless it says it in your article. It's just sources will be listed down below.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna get a warranty from that, and are they gonna even replace it? Like, okay, it's for.
I think they're only making a production rate of 50.
Yeah.
What's this saying? So it's saying 50,000 euros and 56,000 US dollars. It can get 37 miles between charges, which isn't a lot at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see this practical use in a city. If they mass produce this and it was like cheaper, it could work good for like a city, like New York City or something. But just not mass producing it, it's not a smart business plan. It's good PR. I'm sure it's great PR, but it's nothing more than that.
Yeah, and also with the gas mileage, think about most bikes could get easily over 100,000. I mean, 100,000. 100 to the gallon.
Yeah, so if you have like a 2-gallon, that's why I prefer motorcycles. I mean, there's, yeah.
And I understand.
Electric bikes, I don't like. I hate to cut you off there, but like, you know, with my dirt bike, I run racing fuel in it. And with an electric bike, there is no just regular fuel. No fuel. You can't put stuff on it, so it's like kind of set speed. You know what I mean?
Metaphorically speaking,
right.
If you were to die on the highway, well, your bike would die. Think about it. You're not going to be able to push it to the nearest gas station. They're not going to have just outlets for an electric motorbike. They're going to have gas, which most bikes run on.
Exactly.
Like, and I know even if there are comments on this video, it's our first video, so there probably aren't going to be any. But you may be thinking, well, what about it? Like, people want to be unique. Exactly. But why be unique? Imagine being unique, but having to explain to the people that your bike was 50,000 and it only goes up to 70 miles per hour.
I like a good day.
Yeah.
The other thing I'm doing with electric bikes is, you know, with the dirt bike or motorcycle, when it has gas in it, it will run full speed until like gas is gone. With an electric bike, it's probably gonna go like a mile an hour, like in the last 5 minutes of the battery. It's not gonna like go full speed, you know. See, that's the good thing of when you're running out of gas, you just gun it home, and then you fill yourself up. That's how it is with my dirt bike. When I don't blow, I gun it home.
And you said that it was 37 miles per the charge?
Yeah, I think it was 37, I believe. Let me check that. Again, sources will be listed. Yeah, 37 miles between charges. And that might even be like...
Yeah, but if you commute a lot on your motorbike, then this bike, you're not going to be able to take it everywhere. Cause,
you know, like I said before, this would be great for city, between job, maybe.
Yeah, like city, like a big...
I mean, it would make so much sense if they mass-produced this and lowered the price. I think the thing is, it's because it's 3D printed. I don't know, like, if you have a 3D printer in high school, it's a new thing there. To print like small, it takes like 7 hours, so I'm sure this thing probably takes like days to make, because everything in there, I'm pretty sure is 3D printed from what I understand, so.
And if you were, like, I understand if you had the money, you would buy this thing. If you lived in a densely populated area like New York City, Chicago, Los Angeles, etc. But, like, that would be a good place to ride this bike because you're not going very far. You're not going, like, 80 because you're in traffic all the time. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think, not a good idea. Unless this thing was mass-produced and it was cheaper, then it may be a good idea, Other than that, this is kind of, it's my opinion on this bike. So, what's your topic for, this episode?
My topic today will be the Kawasaki Z125. I talked about this earlier.
Yes, I know. I love this bike. I like this bike. This bike is, I like this one. Good bike. I like these small, Grom-like bikes. These are nice bikes.
So, this is being called the Grom Fighter. It looks like a Grom. It has similar speeds and it's 125 cc's, like the Grom. So, the Z125 is a 125cc single-cylinder motor, gets electronic fuel injection, and a 4-speed gearbox. It also has a 30mm inverted front fork and preload adjustable rear shock. Preloaded adjustable rear shock. So, but the big thing about this bike, I know this doesn't sound like much, but like a Grom rider, you're gonna be doing wheelies and stuff on this bike.
Yeah,
it weighs, alright, get this, 0.2 pounds less, but it has a half-gallon larger gas tank than the Grom.
Yeah, that's a lot, because those Groms, they get a lot of good mileage. That's a lot. That's important. That might even be a deal breaker if you're between a Grom and a like this bike. It would be a complete deal breaker.
I'll be inserting a picture here, and you can even see that the headlight looks just like the Grom.
Yeah, and I forget. I've heard about this bike. I like this bike. What's the name of it again? I forget the specific lettering of it, but it's like a. What's the bike called again?
Z125.
Yeah, Z125.
And it even costs $200 less than a Grom.
Yeah, I like these. I like these small bikes. They're becoming a lot. They're becoming. I like it. It looks more like it has more of a sport bike look to it. If you've noticed that, you know what I mean. You see what I'm talking about on this?
Wait, say again?
It has more of like a sports bike look to it than the Grom.
Yeah, it looks a lot more sporty and slim. Like, yeah. I've sat on a Grom personally, and it was like The handlebars were really comfortable. The seat was amazing. But these look like the handlebars might be placed in a little different of a position, like further back. So I think that, and also you can see in this picture that the indicators are a lot higher. So that's going to give more visibility, and it's going to stop, and it's going to let cars know you're turning. Because on some bikes, especially in the rear, the indicators are really low. So it's going to be hard for larger vehicles like a truck or something to see that you're turning. Especially
a small bike like a 125. Yeah. I tell you, I sat on one of these when I went to my Kawasaki shop in Tom's River. And, yeah, I liked it. It was a nice bike. It had a good feel to it. You know, the weird thing is it feels like it's like a good small size. It's like it's a good feel to it. I like how the HUD is set too. Like I don't know if you can see it, if you ever seen a picture of how the HUD is, but it's like it's a good, like, with all the speedometers and stuff. It's well, there's one speedometer, but you know what I mean. I like how
I'll insert a picture. But stunt rider Jason Bryden, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce his last name, but what was at the bike's unveiling, feeling out the front brakes for stoppies. He said that stoppies were no problem on this bike due to the front brakes.
Yeah. The one thing I like this is this bike. I feel like if I could have this legal in my town, it would be pretty cool. It's like I think of my dirt bike is a 125. It's a KLX, and it just seems so. It seems like a very approachable motorcycle. I feel like if this is someone's first bike and they've never ever sat on any kind of motorbike in their life, this would be a great first starter. I think it'd be good for them, but I think it'd be good for people who are just starting out, especially if you want to do stunts, like people like Jake Garnes and they do all their stunts, and they have Honda ROMs. So I'm sure these kind of bikes, these style bikes, are just very they're very good for stunts. They're fun bikes. I'm
not sure. And also, if you're doing stunts on this bike, you're gonna have $200 less to worry about. Also,
exactly.
I'm not sure if it's the peg's position or the size of the motorbike, but I think that this bike is either taller or has the pegs set backwards more. So, like, I sat on the Honda Grom, and my knees, I'm 5'2", and my knees were almost over the gas tank.
Right. That's how it is on those small bikes. Like, I feel like this bike was even smaller than my KLX. Like, it felt smaller than my KLX. It felt way smaller. So yeah. I think it'd be a good little stunt bike to own.
So,
yeah, there's actually one thing I want to bring up that's, before we end this, I want to usually try to do a thing where we have like a little bit of just regular bike talk that's not really a topic. Speaking of bikes, I changed my air filter on my KLX. I just got this like a couple months ago. So I changed it. Bam already knows. He knows all about it. I changed it. And I look at the thing, and I realize the previous owner kept the stock filter in there, and then this thing was like torn up. It was so bad. I felt so bad for my bike. I was like, who owned you? Who treated you like this? Yeah, I love that bike. It's good. I only started really getting into dirt bikes and stuff not too long ago, maybe like a year. I've had like a 70 for a couple months, and I was like, this seems too small for me. And I got a big bike. I'm already thinking about moving up to 250, and I'm like, I can't get enough of these bikes. Like, some people just like don't understand it. I know Brad gets it, you know. The stuff just, you can't ever get enough of it. Yeah.
I think it's cool, though, to see a competitor against the Grom.
Yeah, I think that's cool. Going
Yeah,
back
because
to
Honda just had it down. They were making
they're
a
the only
lot
one-
off of the
they're
Grom.
like that only-
Just because they were the only person to do something like this, the only big name company, and then Kawasaki comes right up their ass and fucking
I don't know about you,
penetrates them with a Z125.
I know, but I don't know about you, Brad, but I'm a Kawasaki guy all the way. I nothing else but Kawi's. Maybe Suzuki's, because Suzuki and Kawasaki are very similar companies, but nothing else besides those two, maybe. Because like I love Kawasaki and Suzuki. They're my Kawi's are just kind of like, I feel like they're the best bikes on the market. And you know, if anyone questions that, you got your own opinion, but I think KLX and all that stuff, all the KXs, you know, those are the best dirt bikes. They win all the time. That's my personal opinion.
Another thing about this bike is that, I think there's still gonna be more Groms on the road right now, but
I think, yeah, they did.
This article was released March 4th, so that means that this bike's been out for a while. It was announced in October, so we're going to probably start seeing more Z125s just due to their price, their better fuel tank.
Yeah, honestly, and I remember I saw this on Kawasaki's Instagram page, and I was like in love with the thing when I saw it. I was like, damn, like another Grom like thing, and I don't know if I sent the picture to you. I might have, but it was cool. I like that.
I'm pretty sure you did. I'm not really sure where I first heard this. I'm pretty sure it was a YouTuber, but in all, I think that this bike is going to set a really good competition against the Grom.
Oh yeah, completely. It's gonna really be an interesting to see who wins.
And any of you Grom freaks might be wondering, what about the mods? Because there's a lot more Grom mods that have been coming out recently. But the Z125 Pro should have a host of parts to make it awesome in no time.
True. This is completely true. Now, Brad, it's come the time I decided who would win in a race.
Oh,
The electric pussy pedal? Or
the HUD looks a lot like a Ducati. Like, it's got a lot of info on it. Tells
Brad,
you.
who do you think would win, the electric bike we talked about today, or the Z125?
Probably the Z125.
Yeah, I feel like the Z125 can make that electric bike. Can make the electric bike feel things it's never felt before.
Another thing about this bike, though, is the bar that goes to the back. It's really, really slim. It looks like a 2x4.
Right.
It's that big. But I'm sure it's solid. And this bike looks very slim. Like, from the back view, kind of looks like a Diavel or Diavel, whatever you want to call it. Because it got, like, the popping out front. And
Actually, I'm on eBay right now. I'm looking at these pretty sick graphics for my, Lex. Look pretty sick. I can get those. So back to just like general bike talk in general. I'm really looking forward to, so I don't know if I mentioned this, but I have like a motovlogging channel I'm trying to start up. 2 Wheels, 1 Noon. So I'm trying to start that up, and I'm going to try to get like a video out next week maybe, because like, I might be riding Memorial Day weekend.
yeah, so check out his channel below. Sadly, I do not have a bike yet, but in the future when I get a bike, I will be making a channel. But his channel will be listed below. He rides a Kawasaki KLX 125, and he has one video out, and that's his
Trailer kind of thing. Just
it's kind of
like
a trailer, and in the video he states videos in March, and that didn't happen.
I'm sorry, I tried.
Brad did.
My mic broke when I was like about to go riding one day, and the adapter for the GoPro just like
Yeah.
broke off, and I was so pissed off, and I finally got it.
But if you like the editing, I'm still working on my editing skills, but if you like the editing in this video, it will be similar to Brandon's because I will be editing his too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's about that time. Thank you so much for watching our first real podcast, and look forward to guests in the future, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.